Well, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk didn't hold back in his criticism of Liverpool's performance, describing it as slow, predictable and sloppy with poor, wrong decision-making. Those comments were put to Arne Slot.
So slow or predictable are words that I can understand he uses. But if you want to go faster, you have to be able to dominate situations on the sides, because then something can happen. And we struggled to dominate on the sides today.
Send us your voice notes on whether this is the worst defeat for Liverpool under Arne Slot and whether the manager needs to change direction. Get those into us ASAP. We're here until midday, of course. Good morning to Jamie O'Hara. Right, is it the worst for you?
I mean, look, it's not a great result, that's for sure. I mean, you're playing bottom of the table team, but Wolves deserved the win. I thought Wolves were really good, and I think over the last few weeks, Rob Edwards has turned a bit of a corner with this side. And obviously, look, they're cut adrift, they're going to go down. So it looks terrible because Wolves are bottom of the table. But I thought they fully deserved it, Tom. They played well. Liverpool was shocking. They really were poor, Tom. They were played so flat. I mean, exactly what Van Dijk said. Predictable, sloppy. They were flat, slow in possession. Didn't get tight, didn't press. This rock and roll football that I used to watch under Liverpool, it was so good to watch. Just non-existent now.
Right. One, should Slot get back to that? But two, can he get back to that?
I don't think that's his style.
It's not easy, is it?
Well, I don't think that's his style. I think we're now seeing that is Slot's style is not that. It's a possession-based style of football, slow. He's never going to get back to what Jurgen Klopp did. Last season, they had a bit of a mix. They were compact. They didn't concede goals, but they still had a bit of Jurgen Klopp about them in the way that they broke on teams and they done things quick. This season has been the complete opposite. This is an Arne Slot team, Arne Slot formation, Arne Slot tactics. And I think, really, they've gone way down in terms of what they were and where they were as a football team. And I think they're poor. I really do.
But how is that possible when you spend, literally hundreds of millions of pounds on players in the summer? When you do that, how can you be criticised for being boring?
Well, because they are boring. I mean, when
how do you become boring?
Well,
when you spend all of that money on attacking players.
Yeah, but Isak got injured, so that's
fair enough.
And he was not at it, right? But Luis Diaz left. Luis Diaz is one of their best players. He left, and you got Cody Gakpo playing out there. He ain't good enough. He's an average player in the Premier League. He's not good enough. Ekitike, he's come in. I like him. He's the star. But when you look at the players that they've brought in, Frimpong's not better than Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Kirkes ain't better than Andy Robertson. So if you look at the team, it's not any better, apart from that you say that Isak is one where you hope that he will be a future star for them. Salah's dropped off, Van Dijk's dropped off, the whole team's dropped off. So, yeah, they've spent money, but I don't think they've actually improved the squad. I think they've got new players in because they're thinking that maybe other players are going to, maybe go down. But look, they've been so reliant on Salah to produce. But Tom, I have to say, forget about the players that they've got, because they have got good players. They have got good players. But I'm amazed at how slow they play. It's so slow to watch. It's so predictable. Like when I used to watch Liverpool play, they'd win the ball back, bang. They'd get it out to Salah. They'd stick it into players. Luis Diaz, get at him, high press, fullbacks bombing on, making things happen. Trent would get it. First instant, bang, can I put Salah in? Now, sideways, backwards, and I'm standing there. Frimpong gets the ball last night, Tom. I was watching the game. Frimpong gets the ball, and Salah is standing there waiting. Put me in. Give me the ball, put me in. And everyone's moaning about Salah and his performances, and he ain't been good enough. But give the best players the ball. Salah's one of your best players. Ekitike's your best player. Give them the ball all the time. First instant, where are they on the pitch? Can I stick it into them? Can we play forward? Yeah, mate, it's so slow, Tom. It's painful to watch.
But you can work on that on the training ground, can't you?
Well, yeah, but if that's not the manager's style, if the manager's style is to be this slow build-up, possession-based football, where you move the ball around and you try and find little areas and pockets, and well, then in the end it becomes boring. Liverpool are boring. They are a boring team to watch. And I used to love watching Liverpool play. This is one of the most boring Liverpool teams I've seen in the last 10 years.
Well, worryingly for them, if Chelsea win tonight, they are away at Aston Villa, which isn't easy, but Chelsea would go above them.
Yeah.
So how much is their Champions League qualifications in jeopardy for Liverpool?
Well, massively, because if you look at, tonight's obviously a big game for Chelsea. If you look at the league table, Chelsea have got that game in hand on them to go above them. Aston Villa have dropped off, we know that. They've got injuries with McGinn and Tillman's been out. Man United are flying. So you'd have to say that last spot is up for grabs. And who's going to get it? And at the moment, look, Aston Villa could really drop out. They need to figure out to pick up some results, because if they fall out of Champions League spots after the season they've had, they'll be devastating. But I think Chelsea are a better team than Liverpool. I do. At this moment, I think they've got better players.
Well, we've got the Opta supercomputer, which we all like to see, can show us what they think the top 6 is going to be. We can show it now and see what it says. It's got Liverpool finishing in 5th place.
No, I disagree with that.
Only just from Chelsea. It's actually got Villa going into 3rd above Manchester United. So that's and he's got Arsenal winning the league, which of course we were going to get
completely wrong. Who's put that out there?
We're going to be talking about that a lot later, of course. That's the supercomputer, by the way, by Opta. Right, joined by Liverpool fan Montel Bowen. Now, good morning to you, Montel. For people who maybe don't watch this show every day, even before Christmas, you were very much slot out even then immediately, and in fairness you still came on when you had a resurgence, still came on and stuck to your guns. Last night, how embarrassed are you with the result and the performance?
First of all, hope you guys are well, but it's a disgrace. It's disgraceful.
Is it the worst result? Is it the worst result under Slot?
I mean, 4-1 to PSV was quite embarrassing. The 3-0 to Nottingham Forest at home was also quite embarrassing. You could argue the Bournemouth result was quite embarrassing as well. That was their first win in 13 games, or their second win in 13 games. I think the other one was Spurs. And the fact that I'm able to list off these embarrassing results just tells you all you need to know. Mm-hmm. We stink. We stink. And so does the manager. It is wretched. The football is embarrassing. It's slow. It's lethargic. It's boring. Like, what more do you need as a fan to realise that what we're doing here, we're not progressing anywhere. We're not going anywhere. The loss is always around the corner. The players look like sometimes they're not even interested. Like, it's why does it take a goal? Why do we need to go a goal down in the 80th minute against the worst team in the league, or maybe one of the worst teams in history, to show a little bit of oomph, a little bit of personality, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it.
Montel, I've got to be honest, I was watching Wolves. I thought Wolves deserved it last night. I thought they played really well. But I couldn't believe the amount of time players had on the ball, the Wolves players especially. Like Gomez in midfield. At one point in the second half, he stood on the ball for about 5 seconds. Just stood there. No one pressed him, no one went after him, and then he just played rounders, playing little triangles. And I'm thinking to myself, is that the manager or is that the players? I don't know, I'm not sure, because are they flat? Are they tired? I could not believe the amount of time Wolves had on the ball. I don't know, you watch Liverpool more than me. Is that how they're playing now?
Unfortunately, this season, because generally speaking, Gomez dog-walked Gravenberch. He dog-walked us. And you know, it's not even a shock to me, because a couple games before it was Sangare. Sangare was looking at Paul Pogba. Every team, I told you, bagel ball. There's nothing in the middle. There's nothing in the middle when we play. Two passes, and you've got the oceans of space in the middle. And I'm making little jokes out of this, because if I don't laugh, you'll just cry. Because genuinely, I don't know. I do know what I'm watching. And I said the manager has to go. He has to go. Just walk, just leave.
Well, that's not going to happen. And also, he did win. He has won the Premier League. Let's not forget that. You are still in the Champions League. You can still win that this year. So how does he get back to how it was? How does he get back to it? He has won the title. He has. How does he get back to it? How does he get back to the football that did it last season?
We can't keep saying he's won the title. And why are we even talking about the Champions League? We've just lost to Wolves. What? How can our brain move to the Champions League? We've lost to Wolves. So what, you think we can go and beat Galatasaray home and away over 2 legs, and then you've got a choice of Chelsea and PSG, and then you got to look at a possible Bayern, Real Madrid, or who's the other team?
Straight away, you saying that straight away, as far as I'm concerned, you're through at the semis with what you've just said.
I don't know,
losing to Wolves. after losing to Wolves.
Don't know, mate.
You've been doing it in the Champions League.
You are gaslighting me like you're gaslighting. You're gaslighting me like the manager. You're gaslighting me like the manager does. Because that's all he does. He sits there and he gaslights the fans, and he's in his own delusion. He wants to talk about how the Premier League's boring to watch. You're boring to watch. You're the problem. You know when the problem asks, oh guys, what's the problem? Oh guys, You're the problem. It's crazy. Is no one questioning him? Is it just a yes man facility? I need to know what's going on. Because again, the 3 wins in a row, it was a farce. We scored how many set pieces against West Ham? They were better than us, and we were not better than us. We were rubbish in that first half, and we found ourselves 3-0 up. That game against Nottingham Forest, we are eyesore FC. I'd rather stomp on Lego than watch than watch what I have to watch week in, week out. I'd rather, honestly, even the game against Sunderland. It takes Van Dijk to score a bullet header for us to score in open play. We laugh at Arsenal. We need to look at ourselves. We laugh at Arsenal this, Arsenal that, open play this, open play that. At least they're top of the league. We are scratching our heads trying to and we got people out there commending the manager for trying to put out a fire that he started. It's disgraceful. I don't know, but it's fine. You know, I don't know, my accent, I'm not scared.
You're not going to get rid of the manager, though, Montel. You're not going to get rid of the manager yet. You're not going to get rid of the manager yet.
He's not going to go now.
He's not leaving. So you've got then you can still have a successful season. You could win the Champions League. You could win the FA Cup. You could get Champions League football.
In spite of the manager, not because of the manager. At this rate, and
you didn't win the Premier League. We've had this conversation. You didn't win the Premier League in spite of him, though, did you? You didn't win the Premier League in spite of him, did you? You didn't go 38 games and win in spite of him.
Do you know what? I'm not changing. For me, I'm not changing. I don't change the past. I still give him every piece of credit for winning that Premier League. I don't act like it didn't happen, or I'm not saying. He gets all the credit, and I think he deserves more credit than what people give him when it comes to that Premier League, in spite of what's happening now. And there are players that need to have a good look at themselves, especially for me, Alisson, who's dropped off a cliff at times as well. Van Dijk, who actually didn't have the worst game, but again, one lapse of concentration. I can pinpoint individual players, but I just think you have to, it all points back to the manager. And last night, of course, it's a deflected goal. If you want to look at the intangibles, it's a deflected goal. You know, they had their first shot on target was their goal, of course, but it stems from the boring style of play. Cody Gakpo still starts week in, week out. Who makes that decision? Right, Cody Gakpo has been running.
We'll see what a couple more fans say. We've got some voice notes here. First from Chris, then Gary.
Good morning. I think it was Liverpool's probably worst defeat of the season. A team that are going to probably get relegated, and Liverpool were slow, just lacked ideas. And if this defeat cost them Champions League, then Arne Slot must go.
I really think the time has come for Arne Slot to go. I mean, this season has been atrocious. Performances have been awful, absolutely awful. And the excuses he keeps making. Oh, we're building a team. I'm sorry, you're Premier League champions. You're losing to the bottom of the table. It's the same performances every single week.
Do you still think you'll finish in the top 5?
Reluctantly, I said no before. Yes, more than no, because after seeing Chelsea draw to Burnley and Leeds, it won't be because of our quality. I just feel like the top 4 race has these inconsistencies of everyone around us, and I said Wolves literally just beat Aston Villa 2-0. So, but there are teams as bad as us in the same race as us. Why are we even in this? Liverpool, we're the champions, man. We're the champions. So it's hard to even speak about this, but yeah, I think we just about scraped top 5. Okay. They've even given us another space, so we have to.
Right. Okay, Montel.
Tell us how you really think.
No, yeah. Appreciate your honesty. Thanks, Montel.
Take care, guys.
Another
tough game.
Yeah. How do I sum this up?
Same old story. Recently, we are picking up points because we've scored many times from set pieces. But what did not change in the last 5, 6, 7 games is that we struggle and find it very hard to score from the open play chances that we do create. Not as much as I would like from all the ball possession we have, but enough and far more than the other team. But end result, we score 1 and they score 2, and indeed another time in extra time. So it sums up our season again in this game as well.
Arne, with all these extra time goals, you say it sums up the season. Is it committing too many men forward to try and win the game, or is it game management, or in today's deflection, is it unlucky? How do you see?
No, what I mean with it sums up the season is that we've had far more ball possession than the other team. We've created more open play and in general chances than the other team, but from open play we struggled to score. Recently we've scored a lot from set pieces. Today again we had a lot of set pieces. First half very poor taken, as we didn't play. A bit similar to how we played. I don't think we played a very good first half. Second half was better, still not great, but better. Created more. And in extra time, or just before extra time, I think we were twice very close from chances to score the 2-1. Mo, who was dribbling and had on the left and the right 2 players open, but the ball was intercepted by the defender, and the Virgil header. Yeah, those are chances, and the one we concede is not even a chance. And that is what has happened so many times to us this season. So that it happens in extra time might be a coincidence, maybe, although it happens so many times. But we hardly give away a chance. Today we gave away 1 chance, but conceded 2.
Arne, you used the word same old story. Virgil in his post-match interview used slow and predictable. What was it about tonight that you weren't able to break down Wolves' defence?
Why?
Yeah, what was it about their defence?
Now, well done by Wolves. They made it really hard for us, compact, and in the first half, I think, and it's also what I showed them at halftime and told them that it was possible to play a bit faster from side to side, and if you play a bit faster, then the few times that we did in the first half, our wingers at least have some time to take their fullback on. I think that happened the second half better than the first half. That's why we also came closer and closer, had more crosses, or I've penetrated more in the box than we did in the first half. But then it's also finishing off those moments and pick the right player in front of goal when you arrive. Now, so slow or predictable are words that I can understand he uses, but if you want to go faster, you have to be able to dominate situations on the sides, because then something can happen, and we struggled to dominate on the sides today.
When you drop points against a side like Wolves, does it change your expectations for this season at all?
No, my expectations have changed throughout the season because I expected more from us than where we are fighting for now. But it's another setback, and we didn't help ourselves with this result, not at all. But there are still nine games, I think. 9 games to play. Eight games to play. So we're coming closer and closer to the end, and then dropping points in a game where it's absolutely not necessary. If you look at the run of play, it wasn't that we played so great. I'm not saying that, but if we play this game in this fashion 10 times, I don't think we will lose 10 times. It's far from sure that we win every time, because therefore we were not good enough. If we don't want to rely on a deflected shot, we need to do better. We have to play better. But we've had enough chances to win the game. But credits to Wolves as well. They fight from first, second till the end, and got maybe a little bit of luck what they deserved if you look at how much they put in throughout the whole game.
The last goal on it, is that unlucky, or did you do things wrong in the build-up to it?
If I remember it correctly, I think we won the ball back by Curtis Jones. He played it back to Ali, who then cleared it somewhere 30, 35 yards away from our goal, I think. And I don't know the name of the player who took the ball, but I think he also dribbled forward and scored the goal. What do we do wrong in that situation? Yeah, maybe if we could do it one more time over, maybe Curtis clears the ball himself. Ali kicks it to the side instead of through the middle. Yeah, you can always do things different. But a deflected shot, who deflected it? I don't know actually.
Joe Gomez.
And Joe, okay. So I have to see then how he puts his body in front of the ball, if he could do anything about that or not, or it was just bad luck. But it's not the first time a ball goes in from a deflected shot. I think it was Sunderland at home as well when it happened.
Thank you.
Afternoon. Miguel, how long did it take for your heart rate to just come down on Sunday, and is it ready to go 9 games more? That could well be 9 games like that.
Yeah, the moment the whistle went, done. So it wasn't for that long. So I think I have a very strong heart.
I mean, you might need a very strong heart as well.
I have.
I think it might be tested. What do you think?
Sorry?
I think it might be tested a little bit.
It's been
more.
tested since I was 2, since I was born basically. So it's been a few years.
Yeah. Talk to us. You touched on a couple that might be back, might not be back for this game. Can you just elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, especially Kai. So he's on a part of the session, so we will have to wait and see whether he's available and in which condition. And the rest, I don't think there is
Odegaard?
anybody else. Martin is the one.
Is
Yeah,
the
we
one
will see. We will see.
Not sure. But the rest, how's Ben White? How's...
And Ben is not available.
No,
No.
okay. Max Dowman, you obviously played a little.
Max Naumann is available, yes.
Ones, yeah.
Max is available.
Okay.
It's better you give me the list so I go, if not I forget the
Dan always
names.
tells me not to do that. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
why I thought you'd elaborate. But we can go through the list. With Odegaard, you just said you thought it was a slight problem with his knee.
Yeah,
Will he be alright for the Saturday, you said maybe? Is
that's
that
what I
the
said,
case?
that we have to wait and see how comfortable he is to do certain actions, yeah.
Okay. And the other one was Rice came off, didn't he?
Yeah,
Is he okay?
I hope so. He was much better today. Obviously, we haven't really trained because we have only 2 days to prepare the game, so hopefully he's going to be better tomorrow.
And the last one on the list was David Raya.
Yeah,
Is he okay? Because you
David
weren't
is-
sure where you at the end of the game.
David is good, yeah, good to go.
A lot of people, Mikel, have picked up on the fact that you have scored corners again. A lot of people are saying that it's not the football that they want to watch. A lot of people have said you're stretching tactics, particularly the man you're playing against tomorrow night. But you sit top of that kind of corners league with 16. Do you think actually every Premier League manager would like to be where you are and have the ability
I certainly
to have a
want to
weapon
be.
like
I'm
that?
upset that we don't score more and that we concede as well. So we want to be the best and the most dominant team in every aspect of the game, and that's the trajectory and the aim of this team. And as a club, we want to be the same. So try to do that.
Does it surprise you that you're doing something so well and yet somehow you're still getting criticised for it?
Part of the job.
Yeah. You also talked post-match about kind of game management towards the end of a match.
Yeah.
And what have you sort of taken from that Chelsea game in terms of maybe learning from it and easing some of that anxiety that's kind of palpable, isn't it? I mean, I was emotionally exhausted and I'm not even invested in this title race. It's so hard to not get drawn into it, isn't it? For the players to not get drawn into it. And I guess that does come down to game management in a sense.
We had to do much better with the ball. We didn't finish enough actions, and then I said as well, credit to Chelsea as well. They got from very, very tight situations. They produced the biggest chance from a cross that is not a shot, converted into a shot, and David has to make a big set. That was it. So yeah, a few days ago against the Spurs, the second half when we were 1-1, and the game obviously deserved much better from our side. We managed to score 3 goals and win the game more comfortably. So all the time we have to continue to learn.
Just finally on that sort of anxiousness, do you find that actually you avoid talking about it because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, or have you sat down with the players and talked about that kind of sense of nervousness, because they're on the edge of something very, very great, very special.
We talk about every aspect of the game and managing a game, managing a result, managing a certain contest, whether you are 10 men and against 11, is a very important one. So we discuss about everything.
See you from the Premier.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Brighton tomorrow. A team's organised, they push up the pitch a lot, been quite sporadic, sometimes inconsistent, you never know, but they've got quality all over the pitch.
Yeah.
What have you made of them? What do you
Very,
think?
very good side, the way they are coached as well, and they have a sequence of years as well with a very similar style and players that fit really, really well what they want to do. They really believe